So the big shift that we're going to make here is from what we call procedural programming, which is what we've been doing. And in procedural programming, it's sort of like following a recipe. When you run a program, it does the first thing, then it does the next thing, then it does the next thing. It always does them in that order. The only thing that can change the order or affect that is if we have a loop or a branching structure or whatever. But basically, the program is always prompting us for what it wants us to do next, whether it's choose something from a menu or enter some text or whatever. Basically, all of our programs so far have been built on that idea that the program controls what happens next, and we just respond to that. In graphical user interface programming, and also in game programming, those are two big areas, we move to something called event-driven programming. And in event-driven programming, what happens next is up to the user. Now think about it. Think about how you use something like Microsoft Word. Okay? When you go to type a term paper, you open up a new Word document, and you can do anything you want. You can type a heading, you can choose a font, you can insert an image, you can delete things or add things, you can type whatever. You choose what happens next. The program just waits for you to decide. That is what event-driven program is like. An event-driven program, the program waits for you to do something instead of telling you what to do next. So the way this works behind the scenes is that the program is just constantly looping. It's sort of like a car at a stoplight idling. It's just waiting for you to decide what to do next. Okay? And when you do something like click a button, that button tells the program that the button was clicked, and then the programmer, you, get to decide what happens when the button is clicked. What does it do? And usually that comes in the form of executing some kind of a function. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why we've been building functions up to this point that are self-contained, and it use that black box idea so that when the program is running and we click a button and it triggers that function, that function is able to run no matter what else is going on in the program. So the program itself, the functionality of the program is built into these custom functions that are triggered by the events, the things that you do in the window.